Hey guys, so a lot of people have been coming into my stream and asking me which emblems I run, so I figured I'd show you my emblem pages. So I do have all 8 loadouts that you can purchase within the game for emblem slots. I'm going to go through them one by one and talk you through why I'm running them and which kind of Pokemon I would use these emblems on. First off, we have the HP and defense emblems. Now, this is my tank build. If I had more pinks and access to the 5 pink emblems, I would probably change this. I just currently don't have access to those. But at the moment, I'm running max blues, max whites with a couple purples. A lot of flat HP on the stats as well. This is a very bulky emblem loadout. You run this on, say, like a Snorlax. This is something you want for just ultimate bulk, and it makes you a lot harder to take down. Next, I have the special attack and the cooldown. This is essentially all special attackers, like Solar Beam Venusaur. I run this on my Mew. I'm running this on most special attackers. It's pretty unchanged from the last build. Dive Cramorant, Delphox, etc. This is max black emblems, max green emblems. You can fit more defensive emblems on this build, but I went for the flat stats instead. I wanted a little more special attack instead of having those defensive stats. Now, I know that I could also do this a little more optimally and have negative crit, but I didn't want negative crit on my build because I do use this page for Glaceon as well, and critting is pretty important on Glaceon. This is the page I'm currently the most proud of. This is my all-rounder page. This gives me 6 max browns, which they look orange, but they're browns, which is the attack, 4 whites, and 4 blues. So it's fairly defensive. It's using a lot of the dual emblems. We have the Articuno, the Omanyte, not the Omanyte, the Lord Helix, the Aerodactyl, and the Gyarados with the Poliwrath. Like there's a lot of dual emblems, and it's very solid. And it also has some crit in there as well. So it has some flat attack, a little bit of negative HP, but that's evened out with the whites. The blues even out the defense. It's decently bulky. It gives you good attack damage with these 6 browns, and the critical hit of 2.3% is pretty solid to fit in here. And it would be a little higher if I did have the Sandslash. One thing I was experimenting with was putting in a Persian instead of one of these splits. It would give me less defense, but it would give me more crit. I'm not too sure what I would love there, but let me know your all-rounder builds. This is something that's really fun and I'm really been enjoying to use. Here is the attack speed. I use this for like Azumarill and Serena. I don't really use it for anyone else. I think that there are more optimal attack speed builds, like 5 attack speeds, a couple cooldowns. But this is just what I'm running at the moment with a bit of crit and a bit of attack. It's just your 7 reds with your 2 browns and a bit of crit to follow up. This is like, it's only useful for a couple Pokemon, but it really does shine on those Pokemon. This was just so I could have an option for cooldown on physical attackers. So this is my 7 blacks, just 2 browns and 2. It's honestly just for physical attackers to have some cooldown. And I threw in the Mewtwo there for some extra cooldown. And essentially this is for like Spirit Shackle Decidueye. I don't really know what else I would use this on, but it's just useful for cooldown on physical attackers. You could also run this on Serena. Not the most optimal, but it does work. It does work pretty well. Special attack and HP is the next one here. This one is more so if you don't really need the cooldown and you just want the big damage of the special attack, because it has more flat special attack than the cooldown one does, and it also has the bit of HP for bulk. I actually have been running this on, I've run this on Mew a couple times. It's pretty decent. I do prefer the cooldown, but I've run this a few times. I run this on, say, like Wigglytuff. It's pretty good to do damage and be a decently bulky. I am quite a fan of this build. Definitely something I recommend you should check out. Then we have the movement speed. This one is super fun. So the reason this one isn't just all flat movement speed is I run the 7 yellows, and then I run the 2 browns and the 2 whites for a little bit of bulk and attack to even out the negative stats. And I run this on something like a Greedent. I put the crit emblem there because I didn't want a negative crit rate on this build, because the yellows do put you in a negative crit rate. And I wanted the ability to crit if I'm playing a certain kind of Pokemon. So I like this on, say, Greedent. I like this on Talonflame. This is pretty good. I've even experimented with this on Lucario with Floatstone. Not too bad, honestly. I may make some videos about that, but I do really enjoy this page. It's a lot of fun. And my last one here is just your straight flat crit page. A lot of people have asked, is flat crit still good? I believe it is, because if you think of something like, say, a Cinderace, what else do you really want to run? You could do attack with some crit and it may be better, but it feels like really heavy auto attackers like Cinderace really benefit from a page like this. I could still experiment with more and see better. Let me know what you guys think. What are your emblem pages? What are you running? I'm still unlocking emblems. I don't have them all, but I hope this helped you in at least figuring out what kind of emblems you want to build for which characters, or maybe you guys know better than me and you can educate me, guys. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.